These are your mid-December general readings for 2016 and the last general reading for this year, 2016. Before I get started, I just wanted to say I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday and safe travels if you are going to be traveling. I am offering gift certificates on my scheduling page. If you go to my website and click on private readings and view products packages, I'm offering 30-minute tarot readings there for I think it's $50. You can check it out. I have the gift certificates that you can print out or email if you want to give the gift of a tarot reading to a friend or coworker or a relative. Always an excellent gift. And also I have a new offering for those of you who would like a New Year's forecast. Under my private readings, I have the reflection of the year reading. It's a New Year forecast, a 30-minute reading. So if you would like a tarot forecast that focuses on the themes and challenges for each month of your life and the upcoming 2017 New Year, I will also be giving you an outcome for the overall theme or challenge for that year, for this new year. And that can be done over phone, Skype, or recorded video reading. So I recommend checking that out. And that's all I wanted to say. So I hope you enjoy your mid-December general readings. Take care. Hello there, lovely Capricorns. Welcome to your December mid-month general reading. For your reading today, I'm going to be using the Thoth Tarot Large Deck and the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle. So let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, what are the messages and energies that you have for the sign of Capricorn for this month of December 2016? This is for all of the Capricorn suns, moons, and risings out there and those on the cusp. This is a general reading and will not resonate with everyone. For the most accurate reading with the most accurate outcome, I always recommend coming and getting a private reading. Also, this reading will cover the energies of the past, present, and future. The present being the moment that you view this reading. I am using the Thoth Deck Tarot, and the Thoth Deck Tarot does not understand reversals, or I guess reversals aren't traditionally used when reading this deck, so therefore I will not be reading with reversals today for these general monthly readings, since I am using this deck. So I just wanted to let you know that before we go ahead and get started. Calling on my spirit guides and angels that are here with me. What does Capricorn need to know regarding their past, present, and future? What are the energies and messages, Spirit, that you have for Capricorn this month? Okay, Capricorn, starting with your recent past. We have the Five of Wands, the Hangman, the Tower, and the Five of Cups. I'm going to readjust the camera here. Just pull back a little bit. All right. Going into the present situation, you have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Swords, Death, which has been coming up for almost every sign this month, maybe every other sign, the Three of Discs. Going into your future, you have the Knight of Wands, the Universe, the Moon, and the Ten of Discs. Your outcome for the month of December is the Ten of Swords. All right there. Let's go ahead and get started, actually. So, looking in your recent past, you have the Five of Wands, it looks like, which in this deck is called Strife. It can indicate suffering and dissatisfaction with the situation. Obviously, strife can mean a lot of different things, but usually it's a negative card. I'm looking at the cards around it. Definitely there's some could have been some things bothering you, people getting on your nerves, petty arguments, and the like. You also have it next to the Hangman, which usually is a call for you to sacrifice some way of thinking, possibly try to see things in a different way. There's a lack of movement here. It's as if your hands and your feet are bound here in the deck. In the Thoth Tarot, the Hangman is showing a dying god, and the hard right angles here signify really the need to literally let something go. Part of us must die in order for us to reconcile the difference, in order for something else to come about. I'll read you a short little caption here. I just find it. Okay, so it is redemption through sacrifice, which is kind of what I was saying. Enforced sacrifice, suffering, can, if ill-dignified, represent a punishment or loss, defeat, failure, or death. You also have the Tower and the Five of Cups. I feel something greatly disappointed you, Capricorn, but you are being challenged to compromise here. I don't feel like there's much you can do. It feels like maybe you've been a bit helpless in the situation. Also, with the Five of Cups, something greatly disappointed you. It seems like a rather difficult week or a rather difficult 2 weeks in the past. There is the sense that things are changing, and you must confront or grieve the loss of someone or something. You must change the way you see things, the way that you look at things. Okay. And deal with this grief, because the Tower is telling me that there's something that can no longer withstand a burden. There's something that really must crumble to the ground, that must fall away in your life. Right over the Death card, this could literally indicate the loss of someone. You may be dealing with grief after losing someone. It could have been a sudden death. I'm actually, sort of getting, I know this is hard to, I am very sad to hear that there was an incident out in Oakland, California, but I'm just saying that maybe someone lost someone in a fire here, because it was very sudden is what I'm feeling. Okay. Yeah. And I feel that you are, your challenge this month has to do with dealing with a very specific change, a very drastic change. It could literally be changing careers, moving, or literally going into retirement. For example, a very major life change for you. I have the Queen of Cups here. This is a woman who's very sympathetic. She's very sensitive emotionally. She is intuitive and possibly has psychic abilities. I am getting a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, who is here to help you. I feel like you may be worried about this person, or they may be worried about you. Nine of Swords, cruelty here. Definitely there's something that is causing pain, suffering, anxiety, mental, sleepless nights, trauma of some sort. I'm looking at the blood coming from these swords. Definitely something that has inflicted pain upon you. Could be mental pain, could be some kind of anguish. You are in the building stages of something. Three of Discs. Works, paid employment. There is cooperation there. You are a visionary. You are a leader. You have a vision. You're in a place where you need to get people to cooperate with your vision. You may be creating something, some kind of work, building something up in your life. Again, there may be a loss in the workplace, or someone that you, like a coworker of some sort, I just heard. Okay. Moving forward, positive news, Knight of Wands. This can also be fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. They are bringing swift changes, swift positive news. This can be a surprising or shocking event. If this is your energy, it's a bit impulsive. This can be, if it's a love interest, someone that you may have rapid feelings for, but they change constantly. I'm getting an arrival of something here. But also the Knight of Wands in the future is galloping away from the universe. And this does indicate, whenever I see the world or the universe in a reading, it tells me that there is a huge victory for you. A major accomplishment. You may be completing a very important cycle in your life, and therefore tying up loose ends. This is a feeling of wholeness, completeness, and balance. Next to the moon, it says that you may be unsure of the next steps that you're taking or where this road may lead. There's a lot of fear around some circumstance. Of all the paths in the tarot, the moon sheds its light on the most dangerous one. The one that, if you take the path of the moon, there's no, what do I want to say? There's no guarantee that you're going to make it out alive, or that you'll even get to where you need to go. It's a very dangerous kind of fear type based confusion. So it just might be saying that you are finishing something, you're completing one cycle, but the next one is, there's still something that you are unsure about. Okay, 10 of Discs. We are certainly at the end of some cycle. Again, like I said, some of you may be retiring or finishing something. This is a great card for wealth and security. Certainly you've built up some sort of legacy. This represents tradition as well, family. We go from a 3 to a 10, so certainly there's some multiplication happening here in terms of your security, in terms of your investments. But I still feel that you've got 3 major arcana stacked on top of each other. And then to the left of each, almost this major arcana, you have 2 more. And also your outcome card is a 10. So I do see a lot of endings for you this month. Certainly things getting wrapped up. We are at the end of the year. But with the 10 of Discs and the 10 of Swords, there could be a family situation that is coming to an end. In the Thoth Tarot, the 10 of Swords represents ruin. So it is a negative card. Can indicate heartbreak, a painful ending. And as I look at the bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Cups, which represents pleasure, and the overall theme of nostalgia, possibly childhood. So this could be something going back to your childhood or having to do with your past, something that you have to deal with regards to your past. I do feel like whatever it is coming to an end this month. Therefore, you will be letting go of it when you move into the new year. I'm going to go ahead and actually, yeah, I'm going to take a look at your, oracle message. What does Capricorn need to know? Please help guide them on their highest spiritual path in love and in light. Couple more shuffles. The Lady of the Gift. Well, we are in a gift-giving season, I guess you could say. But this card talks about generosity, receiving, withholding. And that is card 20. I'm going to read a little bit from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms guidebook here. I pulled right to it. The Lady of the Gift brings a message of tithing. To be your ally, she requires you, Capricorn, to look at the nature and method of your giving to others. The world is your church, and you only need to distribute 10% of your wealth to others to ensure that the flow continues. Yet this doesn't necessarily mean giving money away, nor does it imply a direct action of charity, even though the tradition of tithing is material. In fact, the kind of tithing the lady asks of you isn't tangible or material at all. She's asking you to look at all human beings as important in the divine scheme of things and show others that you believe in them. Pay attention to how you treat people and be mindful of your perception even of seemingly poor strangers. If you see others as successful and abundant and act as if you believe they have value, blessings all around are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you could fathom. This alone guarantees your success long term. Remember that you can only keep what you're willing to give. You can only keep what you're willing to give. Interesting. As a challenger, the Lady of the Gift says that the act of withholding isn't welcome in her world. In fact, withholding information is another way to lie. Are you doing this? Perhaps someone is doing it to you. Withholding something in order to keep you manipulated and controlled, so you believe deep down you're not quite good enough. Now is the time for you to address the concept of withholding. If you see this in any aspect of your life, it's time for a change. Giving to others with the idea of getting something in return is also being warned against here. The best way out of this mire is to give with honesty and with an open heart, and without expectation. The Lady of the Gift challenges you to be generous and compassionate. You can always start again. And as usual, the meaning of this card will depend on your situation completely and ask you to take an honest appraisal of how you give to others and your perspective on that kind of message. So, honestly, I see a lot of, I would say there are some difficult energies for you right now, and it is going to take some honesty. It's going to take some, whenever I see the Hangman here, that's not an easy energy. Neither is the Moon. But you have the universe here, which speaks to really I feel like there is a major lesson that you're going to be learning. And as with coming to the last card in the Major Arcana, there are a lot of steps in order for you to reach that point. But you can't reach that point unless you maybe sacrifice a way of being in the world or have a chance to see things from another perspective. And I always think that this time of year, remember that the act of giving is really an act of compassion, and the gift of giving is really the gift itself. It doesn't require money. It just requires having an open heart and changing your expectations. So I don't want to, I'm not here to preach to you. I'm just here to really offer you a chance to look at things differently maybe, and just see, how this might resonate for you in your life. But thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. I wish you a very merry and bright and lovely holiday if you celebrate, and I'll see you back in the new year. Take care.